Today, what we are talking about is 3 easy elements of a great Facebook post. People get confused with Facebook posting. Some people don't think they're confused, but then I look at their stuff and I'm like, man, I think you might be confused, right? Let's get at it, you guys. We didn't leave our corporate jobs to work from home to work all day, every day. Hi, I am Martha Krejci, and here's my dog Herman. I am a business strategist that's teaching families how to build $10,000 a month plus income streams in 5 hours a week. If you are loving this video, be sure to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the bell so you do not miss a thing. So again, 3 easy elements of a great Facebook post. Let's get at it, you guys. Number 1. Know who you're talking to, okay? Biggest problem we could ever have when posting at all about anything, okay? Whether it's on Facebook or in an email or on a blog or any sort of writing copy that anyone is going to read, the biggest problem is to just make it's almost like where it's coming from you and then just going out into all of the everywhere. Worst thing you could ever do. Quickest way to not grow your business. So what we need to do, you guys, is we need to get specific, laser focused as to who we're talking to. And when I say who we're talking to, there are a lot of people out there that are like, here's your dream avatar, here's your ideal client or your soul sister client or whatever. There's all sorts of different verbiage around it, and typically they have the same questions to go through. Let me actually give you a few other questions to go through that are going to be on top of the typical ones, because the typical ones don't really drive us into the heart of who we're talking to. I mean, drive into their heart so they can understand, like, oh, she gets me, right? Not she gets me on this level, she gets me here. That is where we want people to understand that we get them. Not here. Who cares about here? Nobody cares about here, because everybody addresses right here. We want right here. Some questions are, how old are they? Where do they shop? How many kids do they have? Are they married? Are they not married? This is just drilling down. Now, when we're doing this, we're not drilling down on like a person we want to talk to. Don't get it twisted. We're drilling down on who we used to be, not who we are now. Again, this stuff gets confused because people are confused. And then they turn around and teach it and they're confused. And it's like, oh gosh, now there's a lot of people confused, right? What were you afraid of back then? What were your dreams? What were your thoughts of, if only someone could help me do X, Y, and Z? What was the X, Y, and Z? Seriously, you guys, you're missing the entire boat if you don't do this part. So if you're skipping over this part and you're like, I've done this exercise before. No, you've done an exercise like this before. You haven't done this exercise before, okay? This exercise is very, very different, and you'll feel it, because the moment you start to cry because you identify the person that you are speaking to, you've done it. And I guarantee you haven't done that before. Not unless you've done it in my stuff. Again, this is 3 easy elements of a great Facebook post. Who are you talking to? And then you post like you're talking directly to them. Like that person, that old version of yourself is sitting across the table from you and you are talking directly to that person. So you guys, number 2, make statements and ask questions that will build community, okay? Sometimes people make these really long posts and they're like books, and it's very TLDR, right? Like too long, didn't read. They make these really long posts and you're like, oh my word, I can't, I liked the content at the beginning, but I can't commit to 13 paragraphs. I can't commit. Even though I like what I'm reading, I can't commit to this. I choose not to. I'm going somewhere else, right? I don't want to read all of this. You guys, you can't be doing those really long posts on your public page. Now in your groups where somebody has already opted in and wants more of you anyway, yes, longer posts are okay. You need to make statements and ask questions that are going to be building your community. So you're speaking directly to your person, and then building community is doing what? Building community is not just one thing over and over and over again. We don't just talk about, one part of your bat signal over and over and over and over again. We don't do that, okay? What we do, you guys, is we entertain, we educate, we inspire. There are different columns, I guess, to what we do that sort of like hold up our virtual house here. There are different columns of what we do. And we can't just always be educating. That's boring. You're a teacher at that point, and that's boring. Even though I teach stuff, you're not going to see me educating all the time. Sometimes you're going to see me inspiring to remind you of who you are and why you can do this, right? Sometimes I'm just going to laugh about something. Sometimes, like last night, I made a post and I'm like, who else's phone does this autocorrect thing all the time? Like my phone literally autocorrects correctly spelled words and makes me look like a doofus. Like there's that stuff that it builds community because it happens to everybody, but we can all just laugh about it, right? You bring levity to it, but then also there are some times where I'm just going to come right in and I'm going to say something that's going to shake your soul. And that's because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to shake your soul. I'm here to shake you free of all of the stuff that people have told you about yourself. All of the limitations you have been told, and because you have been told over and over and over again, you now believe. I'm here to shake you free of that. Okay? So sometimes it's a 5-word sentence and I just shake you to your core because that's what I'm here for. But you guys, if I do those 5-word sentences that shake you to your core 3 times a day, 5 days a week, it no longer shakes you to your core. Okay? So that's where I add in the levity. I'm also a goofball, right? And I'm okay with that. I think I've worn this sweater maybe 2 weeks in a row, right? I'm okay with that, right? I don't take myself too seriously, but I am here to shake you to your core. Okay? And then I also educate because I'm also smart, right? So I'm like, well, here are different things. Here are ways to be able to show up in your world, right? Here are things like the one today. Here's what we do. Here's how to create a great Facebook post. Here's how to do that, right? So you're talking directly to your person. You know who you're talking to. If I say those 5-word statements and I shake someone to their core, I can't shake the whole world to their core. I shake my people to their core, my people that I share a life with, my people that we share the same thing. When I say those 5 words, you are like, I get it, right? And then the rest of it is it's all community building. It's we're the same. Let's laugh about it. Let's have fun. Let's do life together. Okay? Number 3, you guys, the 3 easy elements of a great Facebook post is pictures with eyeballs. This is where we get tactical. So I don't mean pictures of eyeballs. To be clear, that's gross. All right? I mean pictures with your eyeballs in it. Human psychology, whenever we see pictures anywhere and we see eyeballs looking at us, it naturally makes us stop. That's a human condition. That's who we are as people. We see eyeballs and we look back at eyeballs. Okay? So, I mean, just think of how many times you see eyeballs. You stop and you look at the eyeballs. You can't help it. Okay? So pictures with eyeballs. So in these posts that you're doing, if you can also add a picture of yourself looking at the camera, you could do like a selfie or something like that. Totally do that if you want, right? If you're not at the place where you can go get a full-on photo shoot. Also, it's not bad whenever you get there to invest in a full-on photo shoot. Okay, I used to get a photo shoot every single month when I lived near my photographer friends. Now I fly them down every once in a while. But I used to get a photo shoot every single month because they don't cost much. Typically, if you get them every single month and you use the same photographer, they're going to give you a deal on it as well. And then you have constantly updated content, okay? And it's a business expense. Just saying. I'm not a tax professional, but I believe it's a business expense. I'm just going to say that. So, so there you go, guys. 3 easy elements of a great Facebook post. Know who you're talking to. Post like you're talking directly to them. 2, make statements, ask questions that will build community with that individual. And then number 3, pictures with eyeballs. I am somebody who has actually done this. I have actually built an at-home business. So you're going to learn from somebody who has actually done it. I am not a dude bro sitting on the front of a Ferrari in a Facebook ad, okay? I am a mom, I am a wife, I have a daughter, I have a life, and I have a business. You guys, this is real, this is accessible. Things that you can expect here, you guys, are videos on how to grow your Facebook group, how to grow your home business, how to grow income streams from home, how to be in service to your community, and then also building income streams while you're at it. You guys, this is totally doable for anybody. Make sure you tune in for those videos. Here's the deal. All of this stuff is here. Poke around, have fun, comment, engage with the content so I get to know you too. Let's do this thing, you guys. This is the stuff that dreams are made of. This is the stuff that people don't even believe that they can do, but I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Here's the deal. You need to make sure that you click on the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when all of the gold is released every doggone day.